Boom, baby, we're live. Welcome to Interview with a Man, episode 735. Wow, we have just been doing so many episodes over here. How's everybody doing today? We are rocking and rolling. Today, I'm going to talk to you guys about how to get a starter girl, what that means, and how you can solve your dating problem permanently, because that's what we want you to do on this channel. We want you to solve your dating problem, get out there, live your best life. And in the meantime, when you get that done, we'll show you how to make a little bit money, muscles, game, and frame while you're doing that as well. So, but don't forget, this August 1st, we have a huge announcement. Total Dating Mastery is coming in the Masculine Empowerment Network, and we're making things bigger and better than ever before. Sit tight and take a look here, and then we'll get started with today's whiteboard episode.
Hey guys, what's up? It's me, MLD, and I'm back today with a special message for you. But before I get going, I just want to ask you one quick question. Are you ready for a massive change in your life? Right now, looking at the state of the world, I'm happy to say that we are making progress. I believe that we are winning the culture war, and I do believe that there are greener pastures ahead, despite all of the propaganda that is designed to make you feel disenfranchised and, quite frankly, black-pilled. The elites and the people who are controlling the world are absolutely losing ground to men like us who desire quality life, to be free, and to have choice in our dating, relationships, financial success, and so much more. And I want to make the opportunity available for you to get your piece of the pie. And that's why I'm here to talk to you once again about the Masculine Empowerment Network. Starting on August 1st, we are beginning enrollment for the 2024 calendar year. And this is my personal community that is dedicated to elevating your life in 4 aspects that I believe are the most important for men: money, muscles, game, and frame. This network has been operational since 2019, and our members have exceeded over 10,000 men across the globe. And we are only growing stronger and better every single year. As you know, I recently took a little bit of a break from YouTube, but I was offline training my elite group of members in my community. And I'm back now with a refined approach, re-energized and ready to attack and help give you the life that you want. The Masculine Empowerment Network is a 3-part program. And I'm happy to say this time I'm going to be introducing my first ever Total Dating Mastery hybrid course, which is a culmination of all of my previous courses, including Body Language Mastery, SALT, the Dark Pass, and Pandemic Pickup. This course is engineered to help you master text message game, online dating apps, cold approach, vetting a woman, helping put her on your rotation, or vetting her to be your girlfriend and or wife. This is a gigantic value that I've been putting together for the longest time, and I'm putting the best pieces from all my courses in this hybrid course that is aimed to make you walk away from all of your dating troubles for the rest of your life. The second part of the Masculine Empowerment Network is our live webinar training. Starting on August 12th, we will be engaging in 20 webinars, which each have no time limit, which is going to be led by me and my team of men from the Masculine Empowerment Network, talking to you about the core fundamentals of money, muscles, game, and frame to help you maximize your potential as a man, so you no longer have to feel defeated, depressed, alone, unworthy, and plagued with tons of negative thoughts. These will be starting at 9 p.m. Eastern and 9 a.m. Eastern every single day, Monday to Friday, from August 12th to August 23rd. If you can't attend them live, that's okay, because they're going to be recorded and you'll be able to watch them for the rest of your life. In addition to that, after every session, we have an open Q&A panel, which allows you to directly ask your question to the leader who is speaking that day in his area of excellence, whether it's money, muscles, game, or frame. Every man will get his questions answered and no man will be left behind. In addition to that is our Masculine Empowerment Network Telegram chat. This is where you will be able to network with other high-value men around the world in order to grow your personal power as well as the other members of the group. We have had so many men from so many different walks of life. I'm talking millionaires, doctors, Navy SEALs, you name it. We have had them all for the Masculine Empowerment Network, and they are all very high-level guys that are added to the group. This is open 24 hours where you have immediate and direct access to me and all my leaders in the community to help answer your questions simply at the palm of your hands. If you have problems with your text message game, send a text message screenshot. We'll look at it and we'll tell you what to do. If you want to look good for your next photo shoot, send us the outfits. Try them on. We'll tell you if you look good. We'll tell you if you look bad. Are you feeling down, depressed, feeling worthless, feeling like you have just endless anxiety? Talk to us. We'll get you through it. That's what we've been doing since 2019, and we're only getting better as the years go on. It's a group of positive men that are all unified under one cause, and that is getting better at our lives and maximizing our approach to self-improvement. This will be available immediately as well. So as soon as you sign up, you're going to have a link, click on that, and you're in there. The third part of the Masculine Empowerment Network is our Masculine Empowerment Network database. Since 2019, we have recorded every single webinar we have ever done with all the big names across the masculine self-improvement space. And if you miss a webinar, it's okay because it's going to be put on that database. And in addition to that, you're going to have access to 4 complete years of training to catch you up and really have your own personal positive feed of masculine self-development where you can watch and see other men just like you on their masculine journey of self-improvement to help you feel like you're not alone and to answer all of your questions directly. With those 3 parts, that is what we are putting together with the Masculine Empowerment Network. However, I do have a bonus for you. For the first time ever, I am proud to announce that if you sign up for the Masculine Empowerment Network, you will be allowed to attend the Hawaii Masculine Empowerment Network Retreat. This will be only available to men who have joined the community, and we are going to be having a self-development live live-in training seminar in Honolulu, Hawaii, and it's going to be so amazing. As you know, we just did so many live events in Tokyo, Manila, and Orlando, Florida, and I really truly believe that the power of us coming together and uniting and networking and learning and growing together is the most powerful asset you can ever have in the entire world. Join us, join our brotherhood, and know that we will not judge you, we will not put you down. We are all coming together to lift each other up and ascend to new heights as we march forward into what I believe to be a very, very bright future. And that leads me to my final point. For the first time ever in the history of the Masculine Empowerment Network, we are now adding a recruitment bonus where I will be paying you cash for bringing somebody who has never signed up to the Masculine Empowerment Network before. That's right. If you bring somebody to sign up for the Masculine Empowerment Network, I will pay you 50% of their sign-up fee after we complete the webinars and we get everybody on board. Because I truly believe that this is now the time to reach out to the brothers out there who want to help other people and reward you for doing the right thing, for growing the network, and continuing to win with me in the culture war. So don't forget, on August 1st, we are starting enrollment, and enrollment is only available for 5 days because we have to start the training on August 12th. So if that's something you're interested in, you can scan the QR code on the screen right now or go to masculineempowermentnetwork.com and get on the waiting list. because enrollment will be done through email starting August 1st. I look forward to hanging out with you in the sun in Hawaii, teaching you in those webinars, and helping you in the Telegram chat, and so much more. Till then, I'll see you next time.
That's right. We are rocking and rolling. August 1st, the Masculine Empowerment Network is going live. So if you're not on the waiting list, join us right now. Go to masculineempowermentnetwork.com or just scan the QR code on the screen right there in the top right-hand corner. Scan that, put your best email address in there, click the button, notify me, and you'll be on the waiting list to get all of those bonuses we mentioned. And that is correct. For the first time ever, I'm trying something out because so many guys in the community have asked me this. So if you bring somebody to sign up for the Masculine Empowerment Network and they have never signed up, they have never joined the program before, okay, I will pay you 50% of what they sign up fee is, okay? So typically it comes out to be like $770 because it's $797, and then PayPal takes all the fees and whatever. Comes out to be like $770, give or take. So $770 divided by 2 is like what? That's more than $350. And yes, I will pay it to you. I'll pay it to you through Zelle. I'll pay it to you through PayPal. We will get the money to you no matter what. And yeah, if you bring somebody for the first time ever, I'm actually going to be putting cash in your hands. There's no bullshit about that. Believe me, and I can't do that on the internet and just like scam you guys all because the word would get out, and I'm not going to be planning on doing that whatsoever. And you guys who've been with me, who trust me and know me, you guys are actually the ones that put this idea into my head. So when you bring somebody who signs up for the Masculine Empowerment Network, that is right, I am going to put cash in your hands. I'm going to pay you through PayPal, pay you through Zelle. We'll figure it out, but those are my two top things I could pay you through. I don't have Venmo because I'm overseas, and those two things are the ones that are going to be most important to us, PayPal and Zelle. So if that's something that sounds valuable to you, go to masculineempowermentnetwork.com, get signed up, man. Because look, the thing about this, and that's what we're talking about today's episode, because I want to kind of go back to the roots of why I started this channel, okay? And the reason I started this channel is I want to help you solve your dating problem. I want you to solve your dating problem and then walk away. Do something phenomenal with your life, because so many men are slaves to dating, slaves to women. The simp economy, the whole the sugar baby thing, which is at all-time high right now. All of this is down to one thing. Men don't know how to be men, and men are just so afraid of women. Dude, that's why women are running amok right now and ruining everybody, ruining the majority of these guys' lives who get involved with them. The world needs a lesson in game right now. Simping is at an all-time high. And the fundamentals of this channel are money, muscles, game, frame. And the reason we talk about that is because it makes you the total man to maximize your chances out there in the dating world. And on top of that, we really, at this channel, at the Modern Life Dating channel, we want to solve your dating problem. We want to fix it permanently and forever. And that's what I've been doing. Look how many great names have come out from under my education. You know who they are. You know who they are. Okay? We are winning the culture war. We are making an impact. You there sitting, watching me right now, you're not a crazy person. You're not some fringe lunatic, okay? You are what I believe to be the better side of society because you're trying to edify yourself. You're trying to level up. You're trying to do better in life. When so many people are okay with a participation trophy, you are not. You are trying to get better. And that's what the sign of a person who's going to have a successful life. They're a lifelong educational, they get educated over their life, right? They are consistently learning. They are never, staying stagnant or anything along those lines. So that's what we are cooking up for you guys today. And we're going to talk about today's episode. A shout out to Vulcan's creator, $9.99 super chat, says, this is one of the best things you'll ever do, gentlemen. Thank you so much for that one, bro. Hit you with Final Fantasy. Appreciate you. Shout out to Casey James, just got on the waiting list. Anybody else? Let me know. Let me know. Aaron now says, John is paying men to get better now. Yeah, exactly. Like, okay. Yeah, 50, like I said, most affiliates only do 10%, 50% insane. Well, like I said, It's not about money over here. It's about changing lives. It's about doing the right thing. It is about changing the lives of men. That's what I care about. Okay. And you know what? Everybody else is focused on money and is focused on views and metrics and shit like that. And guess what? That's all they care about. You know why? I did not make this channel and be like, I'm making this channel to get fucking rich. No, I had a passion. Yeah, it was a side hustle. Did I want to make some money? Yes. The original goal is to make $6,000. Okay. That was the original goal, 2019. Okay. And I just didn't know that just by genuinely caring, genuinely, sitting down and talking to you guys in the coaching programs and the webinars and all my courses, I just didn't know that nobody was doing that. And then once I started doing that, of course, everybody started copying me because, there's a lack of originality out there. But I digress. The reason why I'm so successful is because I care. See, so many people want to be successful, but they don't care. Take my money. They don't care about the people they're helping. But when you care a lot, then the success comes because caring is rare. Nobody cares today. Nobody gives a shit. When you go to the supermarket, when you go to the retail stores, look at people. Everybody's just checked out. Everybody's like a zombie, miserable, hating their life. And, to find somebody that genuinely cares is a rare thing. And you guys know scarcity creates demand. And guess what? The demand is clearly here for me. So I'm just going to keep on caring because, I've been on the other side like you. I've been the average guy. I've been the sexless guy. I've been the broke guy. I've been the fat guy. I've been the guy, riddled with anxiety. I've been the guy who's depressed. I've been the guy who's thought about, self-deletion. I've been the guy who's been bullied before. I have every bad thing that you could possibly think. I have gone through and overcome it. So I have high levels of empathy for you guys when you're going through your struggles, okay? And that's why we've been able to put together such a wonderful team as well. I am stuttering Stanley this morning. I was stuttering my way through the sentences. Sorry, guys. I have fucking full-blown retardation here. Anyways, appreciate you for being here. We are watching the subscriber list for the waiting list go up here. I'm just doing a quick refresh. Shout out to, let's see who's just got on the waiting list. Let me give these men some credit. Okay. Looks like a gentleman named Ernesto just got on the waiting list. Shout out to you. Shout out to Casey, who just got on the waiting list. And I think Daniel is a new one. And then Basile and Dylan. We got a good amount of people. How many got now? 23 so far. That's not bad for 24 hours. Anyways, hey, if there was 10 people in there, I'd fucking deliver. I don't give a good goddamn. We're figuring it all out, too, on this end. We're working with some digital marketers. We're going to be scaling up everything. I am not going away any time at all. We are going to figure this motherfucker out, okay? So let's talk. Let's talk about this. So what is a starter girl? Okay. So if you read in the description box here, okay, I talk about it. A starter girl. So let me go ahead and put this. We got the, what's going down. The iPad is here. So what is a starter girl? Okay. So here's the deal, right? A lot of you guys, look, you have to just be objective about your dating life, okay? If you're not getting girls, something's wrong with you, okay? You just got to accept that, right? And the thing is, you're not that guy, okay? You're either weird, you either look bad, okay? Here's the thing. This is why I emphasize body language, okay? Because as a man, okay, it doesn't matter your age. If you walk into a venue and not a single girl gives you the eye, not a single girl looks at you and kind of gives you hints that she likes you or gives you some choosing signals, something's wrong with you, okay? And that's something you have to fix. It could be that, statistically speaking, it could be that you're too fat, right? It could be that your vibe is off, that you're so caught up in your head that you project mental instability. It could be that your fashion is off. It could be that your hygiene is off. It could be that you don't take care of yourself, right? It could be that you smell. All right. There is a myriad of things. But you have to understand that if you do want to solve your dating life problems, you have to understand that you're gonna have to change something with yourself. Okay. The type of woman for you guys, like, you know, there's guys in the community, right? Some of these guys like, well, I don't like the quality of woman that I'm attracting. I'm like, well, bro, if you're consistently attracting a certain type of woman that you don't like, you got to understand that that's on you. Okay. If you're kind of fat, you're kind of old, you know, you kind of got a little bit of money, but you're not really doing too much to take care of yourself. You're inconsistent with your self-care. You're inconsistent with your gym routine. You're inconsistent with your diet. You're inconsistent with your money. You're going to get inconsistent results. The life is like a stock. Okay. You're either trending up or you're trending down. All right. There is no sideways action. Okay. A flat line sideways action. It is red or green. Okay. That's what's going on with your life. So if you continue to trend down and then you're like, oh, well, you know, all these fucking, all I can get are fat girls. Well, dog, that's on you. That is on you. And you have to be a man and you have to understand what the deal is. Okay. You gotta understand. Oh, what's up, Vulcan's Crew? You're dealing. Got it. You know, you gotta know what the deal is with where you lie in the sexual marketplace and raising your sexual marketplace value. Looks do have something to do with it, but personality and confidence and being right here, rock solid frame, know who you are, way more important than how you look, right? I think there's way too much obsession with looks maxing, and that's pretty gay, quite frankly, when you guys are all obsessed with maxing. Like, should you do your best to look good? Yes, but if you think that you see, you have to understand that's a very it's no coincidence that the guys who are obsessed with looks maxing get the least amount of girls, because you know who's obsessed with the way they look all the time? Women. Okay. And you're being feminine. Okay. You're being feminine in your demeanor and how you carry yourself, worrying about your looks all the time. And guess what? You know what that means? You got the pussy in you. And when you got the pussy in you, you're not going to get the pussy that you want because you already got the pussy. It's in you. You're the pussy. And you got to change. You got to be a man. Okay. This is the most gayest shit ever. You guys so fucking obsessed with looks maxing. It's too much. It's too much. Should you do your best to go to the gym and look good? Yes. Should you do your best to style your hair and dress fashionably and make sure your hair is groomed on your face and all and your eyebrows and all that shit? Absolutely. Yes, you should. But if that's all you care about, you mean you're just, you know, you're lost. You're totally fucking lost. Okay. You are totally lost and you have my pity like Richard Cooper. All right, let's go over here. All right. So we're going to talk about this, right? This is what we're going to be talking about right here. So typically, I wish they could like put me in here. Can I move myself? I just have to stay in this bottom corner. It is so whack. All right, we'll just whip here. Okay, cool. So, okay, here's the deal, right? When it comes to getting girls, right? You can just basically break it down into 3 categories, 3 steps. This is a new thing I thought about today, and it's the first time I'm ever debuting it here on July 7th, 2024. So if you see anybody after this, like George Bruner, or anybody else likes to steal my content, you know where it came from, okay? I'm the gift that keeps on giving. So first things first is sourcing, okay? These are the 3 skills of dating, all right? When you talk about game, it's broken down into these 3 categories, all right? So step 1 is sourcing. Step 2 is seduction. And then step 3, and the final step, is servitude. Okay. Because ideally, you're going to find the woman that you like to be with, and she's going to be helping you. She's going to be serving you. She's going to be fucking, doing things around the house, helping clean, right? That's what you want in a quality woman, because the only reason she's technically going to be interested in you is because she sees a lot of value in you as well. So if you have value, then it is okay and it is healthy for you to want your partner to have value. And typically, women like to be followers. Women like to serve a man that they love. Okay. There's nothing wrong about this. I know everybody wants to paint everything in the world like, oh, it's feminist, or that's the patriarchy, blah, 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 whatever. Okay. Shut the fuck up. Okay. Because even Cardi B is scrubbing the floors for her fucking husband that makes less money than her. All right. It's nature. So when you want to maximize your game, sourcing is just meaning you're able to go and get potential leads. You're able to do cold approach, right? I'm a big fan of cold approach, right? Because you just go and you shoot your shot. You just say, hey, look, I saw you over there. Thought you were interesting. I thought you were cute, whatever. Wanted to introduce myself, because you are conditioning yourself to go for what you want in life. And yes, you're going to get rejected. Okay. Deal with it. It's called being a man. All right. Yeah. You get rejected. Who cares? Brush yourself off. Get up. Do it again. Okay. If you can't handle rejection, you can't handle success in anything, because you're not just going to waltz right into success. Okay. So sourcing, can you do cold approach? Or can you get girls on dating apps? Do you have good text game? Do you have good Instagram game? Right? If you can't say yes to this and you can't consistently source girls, then, well, we have a problem. And that is a fucking huge problem, because you got to always be sourcing. Always be sourcing. Always be, if you're trying to figure out dating, you need volume. And when you need volume, you have to take action. You cannot have volume without action. Okay. It's pathetic too if you're like, oh, I want to get somebody to set my dates and source girls for me. Like, no, dude, you're lazy. You're a pussy. You have no fucking game. You're not a real man, and get the fuck out of the way, because you're just in the way. You're a clown. You're a clown, and you're a fucking simp too on top of that. If you can't handle the truth, well, this ain't the channel for you. Okay. You got to be able to source. You have to know how to do that. So that's step one here, right? You have to be able to source. Two, excuse me, guys. That's the most fucked up star you'll ever see. Number two is seduction. Okay. So this is being able to seduce her, set the date. Hey, listen, I thought you were cute. I want to get some coffee with you, right? If a girl says some bullshit like, oh, that place isn't near me. Oh, okay. What's near you? This place. All right. Well, how about we go there on Friday? Oh, actually, I'm busy every day. This girl doesn't like you. She's a time waster. She's probably fucked up in the head, because any logical person would not really engage in dialogue with somebody who's not fucking interested in them, right? Like, bitch, like if you swiped right on me on this dating app and now you're giving me the runaround, like, are you fucking retarded? Oh, well, yes, because, that's why she's on a dating app and single, right? There's the red flag right there. So you have to understand when you're being dealt with, like, you're dealing with an idiot who just is fucking wasting time. And, a lot of these women who are single, they are fucking idiots too. Like I mean, there's a lot of people in general, but I'm just talking to you guys, talking to women. A lot of these bitches are just fucking dumb, right? So when they're giving you the runaround like that, you got to know, like, okay, guess what, bitch? Like, fucking clearly you're not mentally stable. I got to go. Okay. So you got to know during the sourcing phase who is qualified to get to the seduction stage, right? Because a lot of you guys would be like, oh, the girl, I asked her out and she did this and that. And you guys like take too much of the responsibility upon yourself. But the reality is, like, sometimes these bitches are just dumb. And you have to understand that it's not you. It's most likely them, especially if you're watching content like this, because majority of people are just, binge watching some fucking gay pride event. I don't know. Whatever the fuck is out there. Okay. But most people aren't sitting around watching self-improvement content, especially around dating and relationships, when everybody needs to be doing dating and relationship content, because our culture is fucked. Like, people are getting divorced left and right. Body counts are through the roof. STDs are at all-time high. Like, everybody needs to be sitting down doing this, but everybody takes the comfortable path. So you got to know how to get them from sourcing to seduction. So that's setting the date, having good text game, knowing how to like logically set a date that you know that a woman's going to show up. Okay. And then from seduction, part of that after the date is making the shot, shooting your shot, going for the close to have sex with her, having sex with her. And then after that, you move into the final one here, which is servitude. Okay. The majority of men are serving women. And that's why the majority of women are miserable. Okay. The majority of these guys are simps. The majority of these guys are getting raked over the coals in divorce court. You know, majority of these guys overlook fucking red flags as well. Like, you know, a friend of mine, you know, unfortunately, he got divorced, right? He married this girl. You know, it's so funny. I like when he married this girl and I was just looking at her, I was like, I don't like this bitch, bro. Like something about me just doesn't like this bitch. I was like, I don't know. Am I being crazy? Am I being like fucking misogynist? Am I fucking, you know,
cyber misogyny?
I don't know, right? But I just like instinctively didn't like this bitch. And then turns out a couple weeks ago, he caught her messaging other guys, sending pictures to other guys and shit. And then she wanted a divorce, right? And I talked to him later and I was just like, bro, okay. So did you overlook some red flags before you marry her? I was like, be honest. He's like, well, yeah. He's like, when I was initially having sex with her, like I fucked her on the first date and she was talking to like another guy and like dating with him when she did that with me. And so I was just like, red flags are there for a reason. Okay. Red flags are there for a reason. If you're dating with a girl, if you're dating a girl first date or whatever, but she still has another guy that she's dating, but she's like hasn't really wrapped that shit up, that girl is low self-esteem and that girl is not good for a relationship. Okay. Women who are confident in themselves, women have a good inner game. Okay. These women typically don't cheat. It's the ones that have low self-esteem, that are fucked up in the head. These are the cheaters because like they're so emotionally and mentally weak that they constantly need a male crutch to be around, right? And if she starts to get upset with you or the relationship goes to a rocky place, which eventually it will because all relationships do, if that's when she's going to start looking to, you know, a shoulder to cry on becomes a dick to ride on. Okay. You got to be careful with that. So during the seduction to servitude place, you know, she has to serve you with her actions in multiple ways. She has to serve you with loyalty, right? She can't be texting other guys. She can't be posting provocative things on Instagram. She can't be fucking, you know, going out and having drinks with all her male coworkers and stuff because they all, statistically speaking, probably want to fuck. She shouldn't be putting herself in these compromising positions, right? And, you know, throughout this whole time as well, right? So you have step 1, sourcing, step 2, seduction, and step 3 is servitude, right? Those are the 3 pillars there, okay? And then from here, the whole time, you need to be vetting her, okay? And I will give a great shout out to Mr. Lucario. He's a great content creator. He's a very stand-up guy. He does great, but he's a very hardworking guy too. I really respect hardworking men. And Mr. Lucario is a very hardworking man. And he really put me on the game about how long vetting should be. Vetting should be 18 to 24 months. Okay. 18 to 24 months. And if there's any kind of infraction, major infraction within the first year, they got to go. Like, you really got to go. And especially if you told them what the deal is. If you read them the riot act up front, you're like, look, these are just how I do things. And, you know, if you want to be my girlfriend, you can't do shit like this. Or I just typically don't date girls like that. Okay. That's so important because the mask will fall off. But you, listen to me, you motherfucker out there. All right. I'm going to try to have man-to-man talk. You can't be all doe-eyed and like, oh, my girl is perfect. Blah. Like when guys call me and like, my girl's perfect. She comes from a good family. She's this, she's that. So I'm like, how long have you been dating her, dog? 4 months. I'm like, all right. Just, bro, can you just fucking, come on. Just calm down. All right. Just relax. Sounds to me like you just got some high quality pussy. Can you just tone it down a bit? Okay. Let time. The ultimate vetting tool is time. Okay. Because so many guys rush, you know, this is why girls, when they, especially when you're that dude, this is why girls, so many girls rush you through. When a woman tries to rush you through the dating process, like, you're my boyfriend now. You're my boyfriend now, right? We're boyfriend. Like, we're good together, right? You know, you gotta be like, yo, bitch, like, what's going on here? What the, like, I get it, I'm the man, but what are you trying to hide here? You know, they rush off to get pregnant too. There are women that actually will do that. Like, their strategy is to get pregnant by a high value guy before he finds out she's a piece of shit. Okay, so you got to be really, really, really careful about that. All right, you have to be totally careful about that. Had a caller on pre-consultation Friday about this yesterday. Yes, exactly. Okay. So this is game here. Okay. Your game is sourcing, seduction, and servitude. Okay. Keep them around and put them to work, boys. You got to, because if you don't, what does it say? Idle hands are the devil's playground. She's going to start fucking figuring out some shit to do. And it is no bueno. Okay. That's the solution right there. You see that? That's the solution. So are you good at, like, where, now you have to ask yourself, where am I fucking up? Okay. Where do I get them? Am I able to source them? I can get a bunch of numbers. I can get a bunch of matches, but my seduction is off, right? Is that getting from point A to point B is where I suck? Or can you source, you can seduce, but they don't listen to you? That's like a lot of pickup artists, a lot of guys who claim to have game. Reality is they're just good at having sex with whores, right? But if she won't listen to you, she doesn't respect you, bottom line. If your woman doesn't listen to you, she does not respect you. If she does not listen to you, she does not respect you. If she does not listen to you, she does not respect you. I'm going to make that very, very, very fucking clear, gentlemen. And if she doesn't respect you, guess where it's time to go?
She belongs to the street.
Sorry, baby, but if you're not respecting me, you have just showed me one thing and one thing only. Streetwalker confirmed. Sorry, you gotta go back to those streets, baby.
She belongs to the streets.
You're not coming here. You're not sticking around with me. You shouldn't have anybody in your life that doesn't respect you, because that is detrimental to your inner game, and that is detrimental to your subconscious mind. Okay, you do not want to have those low value pieces of human garbage, because the reality is this: if somebody doesn't respect you, the truth of the matter is they don't respect themselves. And that's toxic to be around anyway. Respecting people is not for the people. It's for yourself. Do you guys realize that? When you respect people and when you're kind to people, it's a reflection of who you are. If you're disrespectful to people, you're a piece of shit, and eventually it's going to come catch up and bite you in the ass. It's going to bite you right in the ass. Okay? So let's talk about getting a starter girl. All right. So typically I learned this, from the Black community, because one of my earlier coaches told me about this. They typically call it starter hoe, right? But we're 38 minutes in. I could say starter hoe now, but because YouTube monetization, whatever. Hey, do you guys know my Richard Cooper video is fully monetized? They must hate that motherfucker too. That's a big W. So, let's talk about some solutions here, okay? So, with the starter girl, okay? So, typically, right, we're just gonna go. I think I'm just gonna buy this one day. I don't even know how much this is. Lonely Screen AirPlay. Could somebody find out the price of that for me in the chat? And then somebody send a super chat to cover it, so we don't have to deal with that ever again. I'll buy it right now with your funds. See, that just threw me off. Okay, starter girl. Cool. Okay. So, all right, here's the deal, right? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. And then you have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So we're going to say this is women and this is man, right? So typically when you encompass your sexual market value, okay, money, muscles, game, frame, you're going to get like a number, right? Anywhere between 1 to 10. Okay. So if you, let's just say you're a 5, right? Typically, you're only going to be able to get 4, 3, 2, 1. Typically, okay? Now, you know what the great equalizer here is? Cold approach, okay? Because the thing is, you guys will just look at a woman that thinks she's beautiful, and a lot of you guys will just discount yourselves because you'll think, okay, let me go big for this. Okay, this is why a lot of you guys count yourselves out. You look at a girl and you're like, wow, I really view that woman as high value, right? Sometimes, like my friend in Tokyo, he's a really great guy. He's a super jacked fucking Chad guy. He likes like really, 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 really skinny girls, right? And I don't like that. Like it's just like if they're too skinny for me, it's just like I don't know. I like it. Look, if you don't have 34C tits or above, like my love for you is limited as a woman. I'm sorry. Okay. I just love big titties. Just that's the way Jesus made me. Thank you, Father, for everything you've done. Okay. That's just me, right? So sometimes I'll look at a girl and be like, damn, that girl's so hot, fucking hot. And then my buddy, he'll be like, I don't know, that bitch is fat. I'm like, man, she's not anorexic, motherfucker. You know, you like those anorexic bitches. So when we look at women, right, we think, wow, I really value that woman as high value. So and then on the flip side, you think, oh, I don't really view myself as valuable as I view that girl. Therefore, I'm not going to talk to that girl because she's probably going to reject me. And so you reject yourself before you even take a shot. So that's why cold approach is so important, okay? Because you definitely don't want to be rejecting yourself before you take the shot because you have no idea what's going on in that girl's mind. One time I had sex with this chick that was so fucking hot, right? When I was fucking this girl, I couldn't even believe this shit. I was like, God damn. But the reality is she just liked something about me. She really liked something about me. And, to a degree, your inner game, when you look at yourself and say, I'm not good enough for that woman, your inner game is off. You got to shoot your shot. So this right here applies to the average guys who really don't do things like cold approach, whatever. If you do take more shots, eventually, you will eventually get. You will get a 10. You will get a 9. You will get all across the fucking spectrum if you do enough volume, right? But typically, if you're just an average guy, you're just going to be down here, right? This is all you're going to have. And you're going to have to raise your value, okay, in order to fit more. So let's say you become a 9, right? Then you're going to have access to 9s, 8s, 7s, 6, right? So that's talking about sourcing and acquisition there. Now, a starter girl is going to be a girl that's typically not the best you can get. So let's just say you're a 5, right? You're a 5. A starter girl would be like a 4 or a 3 or a 2, okay? Now, when we talk about getting a starter girl, all right, this is a girl that you date because you're getting your foot in the door, all right? You're getting your foot in the door, and it's a girl that you want to keep around because she's going to teach you a lot of things, all right? So the first thing is it's going to, number one is with the starter girl, okay, she is going to teach you how to lead a woman. Okay. She's going to teach you how to lead a woman. And then you're going to lead her through getting her to do acts of servitude. All right. It starts with the initial test. If you watch my video that I talk about, learn game, when you tell the girl, hey, can you make the bed? If she makes the bed in the morning, you got to keep her. If she doesn't make the bed or she makes the bed sloppily, if she makes the bed and it's shitty, it's still better than a girl that doesn't make the bed. Because if she doesn't make the bed, that's just right there. It's just,
She belongs to the streets.
streetwalker, sex only. Don't fall in love. Okay. Number 2. Okay. It teaches you how to be comfortable around women. Some of you guys are so uncomfortable around women. You know, some of you listen, and if this is you, I'm gonna fucking slap you. All right. Some of you guys change your personality when women come around, you know, and you start throwing your homies under the table, throwing your homies under the bus when girls come around because you're just so desperate for a little, you know, a little sniff some pussy. Pathetic. It's so disgusting and pathetic. I see it, and you know who else sees it? Women see it, but they know you're so pathetic that you're easily controllable and manipulatable. So they won't call you out and they won't keep you around, but they'll keep you there as a little utility lapdog because that's all you deserve. Okay, that is all you deserve. Okay. So it teaches you how to be comfortable around women because you guys shouldn't be so like caught up. I'm like, oh my God, a woman's here. Oh, I'm so afraid. No, you shouldn't be afraid. It is just absolute patheticness if you're afraid of chicks. You got to learn how to be comfortable around women. And the better you get with women, the more comfortable you're around with them, they're going to know. They're going to pick up on it. They're going to smell it, you know, and girls like guys that are good with women. You know, they're like, okay, this guy gets it. Like we can just feel safe around this guy because majority of women are like socially light years above the average guy. Okay. Like they're just so exhausted about just having to be socially in control. They're the ones calling the shots. They're the leaders. They hate it. They don't want to be like that. They want to be a guy that they can be, you know, that can lead them, guide them, that they can feel comfortable with. So like you just turn their brain off and kind of like zonk out and just be like, okay, I'm just fucking, I don't have to worry mode. Right. So that's a huge part right there is the being comfortable because so many of you guys are just not comfortable with women. You are just not comfortable with them. And it is detrimental. It is detrimental because you're going to fucking ruin your life. It is not an exaggeration. You are going to ruin your life if you do not learn these components. Okay. Because let's be honest, the goal of life is to reproduce and die. That's the goal. And if you can't reproduce, then you're heading straight to dying, you know, and you got to cope all the way to the grave because everybody wants to have sex. Everybody wants a relationship who's normal. And except for like these jaded fucking psychopaths who don't want kids or something along those lines. Right. You know, but I just despise guys who are fucking, they change their demeanor. They change their attitude when girls come around. Even the pitch of their voice goes higher. And it's just so embarrassing. It's just like, oh my God, this guy is such a fucking loser. Like, do you realize you're just drying up the vaginas across the world right now with your fucking faggotry? Jesus Christ. Okay. So go back to that. Number 1, teaches you how to lead a woman. Number 2, teaches you how to be comfortable around women. Okay. This includes going through the ocean of their emotions, you know, the highs, the lows, right? You know, a great way, you know, if you have any experience, this is like typically like men who are like, you know, working in education. So like elementary school, middle school, high school, like you see the similarity with women and their emotions with children. Like when I was teaching in elementary school, right? You know, kids cry all the time. And if you know, like any teacher, like, you know, or like a mother or like a parent in general, like when a kid starts crying, somebody who's not used to it, they're going to like freak out, be like, oh my God, the kid's crying. Like, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? But, you know, like typically like the kid will be like, oh, you know, like one time this kid like colored the leaf of a plant in the Japanese elementary school, and the other kids started crying. This kid's just like crying. He's like, "You colored the leaf. He colored the leaf." He's sitting there crying. I'm like, "All right, little Takeshi, like just calm down. You're gonna be all right." You know, you can't be freaking out like when a kid cries because like they get happy, they get sad. Kids are just constantly living in the moment, right? You know, so the same thing like a woman. Like, sometimes they just like for no reason, they're just fucking bitch. They're just a cunt. They just fucking when their period is coming, they get emotional and they like get really cunty. And you're just like, all right, like whatever, just fucking go quarantine yourself over there, bleed it out and come back when you're in a better mood, But you just the reality is you just brush it off your shoulder. You're just like, okay, like she's being crazy, like because typically if you're not comfortable with understanding how women are and their roller coaster of emotions, when a woman and when you eventually meet a woman who will weaponize her tears against you, because yes, there are women like that out there who will cry and cry and cry to guilt you into doing things. Okay. You got to understand, like, nah, bitch, like, look, shout out to my boy, Aaron Clary, when he says like, when he's holding a girl accountable, he's holding his woman. She's like, starting crying. He's like, no. He's like, we don't cry right now. This is adult time. You're not allowed to cry. We're going to handle this like adults, and it's fucking gangster. I love that shit. Because yeah, you can't like, I mean, like the something just came to my memory. It's pretty funny. There's an instance when Richard Cooper was actually crying at one of those events he was speaking. I think it was the 21 convention, when he wanted to go home and he fucking Anthony was like forcing him to stay. I don't think we were talked about this, but then he just started fucking crying and crying, like in person, physically crying. He's like, I'm afraid for the safety of my daughter. Crying. It's that big macho tough guy shit he puts on his fucking channel. Front the fucking biggest cap to cover his big fucking bald head, acting like he's super macho and crying. You know why he was crying? He was trying to manipulate the guys to get out of that shit. Kids will do it. Okay. Everybody will do it. They will use their emotions, okay, to fucking manipulate you. I know a chick, right, that if she doesn't get her way, she starts to like get angry. She's like, I don't want it like this. And it's just like, and everybody around her is like, oh God, we gotta, okay. And I'm just like, has everybody lost their fucking balls? Do you guys not realize this is emotional manipulation? Is everybody just a fucking idiot with no fucking dignity in their life? And the answer is yes. So you got to know how to be comfortable around women, how to be comfortable around their ways. Their women by nature are manipulative. It's just a biological trait because they can't be brute animals like us and just demand what they want because they have raw strength. So they have to do the manipulation way. This is why when girls don't like you, they'll start a smear campaign about you. They'll say this and that. Why do you think girls go on social media and start crying into the camera? Oh, this guy did this and this guy did that. And how many of these bitches are getting fucking busted now, right? To top it off. Oh, camera got that. Let me just give me 1 second. Camera just took a dump. Gotta figure that out. Give me 2 seconds, boys. Let me just fix this. I'll be right back.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching today's video. We're gonna get right back to that, but I wanted to quickly tell you about my one-on-one coaching service. If you need help with making money, making muscles, learning game, or holding frame, let me help you. I've been helping thousands of men over the past 5 years, and I'm very sure I can get you results as well. All you need to do is go to modernlifedating.com/coaching and book your session with me today. It's a private one-on-one session. I help guys with a lot of things, whether it be relationships, managing your girlfriend, managing your girlfriends, wives, fitness, investment strategies, marketing opportunities, cryptocurrency, the list goes on and on. So if you just need a little bit of help and you don't know where to go next in life, I can help you out. Book a call with me today. Go to modernlifedating.com/coaching and let's help you out today. Thanks so much. Let's get back to today's episode.
All right, I'm back. I got to get my dude to fix this camera situation. It's all good. We're handling all our problems. But let's go back to the list, okay? You got to be ready and willing to be not worried about the typhoon of women's emotions, okay? And that's where amused mastery comes into the play. Like when you see a girl crying or doing that shit, you're like, I know what's going on here. And it's just adorable too, like, because sometimes when the girls cry and stuff like that, You know, they will know they're full of shit. Sometimes girls, because the reality is women want to feel a variety of emotions. Just like men want sexual variety, women want emotional variety. That's what they want. Okay. And so you have to be the emotional drug dealer, and you have to guide her through all these emotions. You have to guide her through all these feelings, and you got to be the one. And that elicits all these things out of her, right? I've had tons of times girls been upset about something and they cry. And I'm like, come here, you dummy. Come, it's going to be fine. Don't worry. You're going to get another job. Or that girl's bad. She's a fucking idiot. Don't worry. Comfort, comfort, comfort. And then they chill out. And then they're like happy, like an hour later laughing. Like, I'm so sorry. You're just so amazing. You know, I just had such a bad day. And just thank you so much for listening to me. You know, you just got to be the rock, man. And so many of you guys, the thing is this, right? When you are so fucking afraid about her emotions and like you're constantly catering after her and running after her, you're falling into her frame. When you get emotionally manipulated by anybody, quite frankly, you're falling into their frame. And you don't want to do that. You want to be in your frame, always in your frame. Okay. And if it gets to the point when she's like, well, if you loved me, you would have comforted me and da 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 da. Right. If it gets to that point, now you're just dealing with a shithead, because now the manipulation is blatantly in your face. And then from there, you're just like, okay, like, you know, you got to go. Right. And the thing is this too, when you're comfortable with women and stuff, you know, you have a massive, massive abundance mindset. Okay. Number 3, okay, this is really important, is you are getting practice for intimacy. Okay. You get practice with making out, becoming a good kisser. All right. Some of you guys are probably terrible kissers, right? I often get complimented how much of a great kisser I am. All right. Your foreplay. Okay. And your sex game. All right. For me, I'm fucking, if a girl, because here's another thing too, like when I would be fucking girls, I would get like, sometimes I would get so insecure because I couldn't make some girls come, right? But then the reality is I would talk to them about that, and I would talk to these girls and they'd be like, I just can't orgasm. I can't orgasm. Something's wrong with me, right? And they just like never have had an orgasm, right? And that's typically a deeper mental issue that they're going with, but I would usually blame myself. But now I know that if a girl has the ability to orgasm, I can easily make her orgasm with foreplay, right? If a girl has a nice vagina, I'll eat that pussy out. I don't care. I know everybody's like, eating pussy is beta. You know, it's beta. Not getting pussy is beta. Okay. That's what I think. And them giving you foreplay too, you're going to know what is good versus what is bad. Some of you guys are just so happy if a fucking girl touches your dick, right? I remember a chick was sucking my dick, and it was so toothy, and I was like, "Yo!" I was like, "Hey!" I was like, you gotta chill out here. You fucking. Oh, give me 1 second. Somebody's here. Who the hell's here?
Time to get paid, blow. Time to get paid. Time to get paid, blow up like I'm blowing up like you thought I would. I'm blowing up like you thought I would. And if you don't know, I'm blowing up like you thought I would. I'm blowing up like you thought I would. And if you don't know, I'm blowing up like you thought I would. I'm blowing up like you thought I would. And if you don't know, I'm blowing up like you thought I would. I'm blowing up like you thought I would. And if you don't know, I'm blowing up like you thought I would. I'm blowing up like you thought I would. And if you don't know, I'm blowing up like you thought I would. I'm blowing up like you thought I would. And if you don't know.
All right, we're back. Sorry, I ordered a bunch of stuff from Amazon and it just showed up. Okay, but anyways, yeah. So this chick was sucking my dick, right? And it was the most toothy blowjob, and I was just like, "Yo!" I was like, "Hey!" I was like, I told her, I was like, "Hey, like, what the fuck are you doing?" And you know what she said? She's like, and this chick was like in her later 30s. She was near my age, like 37, 38, and she was just like, she's like, no guy has ever complained about my blowjobs. I was like, well, I don't know whose dick you're sucking, but they have no self-esteem. And she fucking blew up laughing. And then typically, like when you, again, that's a degree of holding frame. She's like, okay, well, how do you want me to do it? I was like, do it like this. And she ended up sucking me pretty good, right? So you know how to give good foreplay, you know how to receive good foreplay, and the same thing with sex game, right? Because here's the thing too: if all you guys want a virgin, you guys want like the good girl, right? You're gonna have to teach her sex game, and if you don't know good sex, how are you gonna teach it, right? A lot of you guys are just beggars. You're just happy to just take whatever life hands you, right? So these things here are so important. And this, right? This levels up your game. Hardcore, right? Dude, when I was young and I was like 22, right? I just remember I don't know, I think I was like 21 even. I remember I was just like so just determined to learn how to be good with women and stuff. And I remember there was this fucking huge Dominican bitch that liked me. Bro, I kid you not, this chick was probably like 230 pounds. She was massive. And she had those hairy Dominican arms too, right? This chick looked like Chewbacca, bro. She was huge. And I remember just mounting on her, like, telling her to come over and just getting on top of that and just going at it, And because every time you complete the cycle, you get experience points, right? So typically, right, you have sourcing to seduction. All right, we'll make it, and then high level is to servitude, right? When you look around and you got a new girl and she's cooking, cleaning up your dog shit, whatever the case may be, right? Once you complete each of these circles, right, you get experience points. So like every time you source, you get +1 to the sourcing experience points. Sorry for my handwriting, guys. It's so bad. +1, right? If you go sourcing to seduction, you get +2. You get from sourcing to seduction to servitude, you get +3. And then for every month you keep her on the fucking payroll, she gets another +3, +3, +3. And that's how you get experience as a man. That's the only way you're going to figure out this whole dating thing. All right. There's going to be no way for you to figure this out other than doing the necessary options necessary actions that I've just put here in front of you. Okay. If you don't do these things, that means it's just, you're going to be a victim. You're going to be a victim. And I know so many guys that are really good at, they're good at this, and they're good at this, but they suck at the most important one right here. Because this is a direct connection to your frame. If you have no frame, guess what? Servitude is out the door. You're just a little play toy for her. And this here is the real boss shit. Real boss. If you can put him to work, you're a real boss. If you can't put him to work, sorry, go get some dinosaur chicken nuggets at the kiddies' tables. All right. So, John, it seems like you and Aaron Clary. No, it's not. My internet is fine. Is my internet choppy too? Or the fucking camera keeps overheating. I got to figure this shit out. It's so gay. Fake and gay, like the mainstream media. But yeah, so the starter chick, man, that's what's so important. You got to have the starter chick, and it doesn't matter because, you want to be completing these cycles. That's what you want to do. Okay? This is what you want to be doing right here. You want to be completing the whole cycle. And once you do that, the more of these you complete, the more experience you get. All right? And the more experience you get, the more you level up. And remember the little thing here, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, right? That's how you get up the fastest. You know how you get the most girls? By learning game, by fucking internalizing this shit, by understanding the process. That's all it is. It's not magic. It's just a process. It is just a process, period. Okay? So, short and sweet, that's going to do it for us here today, guys. Thank you so much. Listen, if you want to learn this and so much more, go to the Masculine Empowerment Network right there. Get on the waiting list, scan the QR code in the upper right-hand corner. Even if you've joined before, come on through again, man. Come on down. We're going to be continuing to update all the proper webinars that are going to be there. We're going to continue to update all the fucking courses. Everything's going to continue to get better. We have a great group of guys. Monday, we're doing director's cut of the Orlando Mega Mansion, where I'm going to sit down and give commentary on the whole 2 hours. That's probably going to be like a 6-hour-long stream. And then also, we are going to be doing the Passport Pro Manila. It's going to be uploaded on the channel here probably within the next 24 to 38 hours. That's another 3-hour-long documentary. I'll be doing director's cut on that, giving you a full breakdown. And then we're going to be back live tomorrow for Red Pill Sunday Sermon. I got a new one cooking up for you guys. I'm streaming every single day in July. Every single day in July, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this channel. So hit the subscribe, turn on the notification bells, join the membership, because apparently that helps the algorithm. And until then, we'll see you next time. Peace out.